Hi, my name is Mia Mulland, and this is my Pecha Kucha. I would have totally done like one of those cool videos where you can like see my face and then see my presentation like on like the next screen over. But unfortunately, I am not that tech savvy. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, here in this first picture, I was born. I was born on December 15th, 2003. And this marks a really big time in my life, not only because I was born, but because I am one of the few Mexican and Asian individuals that I have ever met in my entire life. I haven't met anybody else like me. And speaking of not like me, my best friend Sydney, I met her when I was 6, and we have been best friends ever since. I think being surrounded by people of many different races throughout my entire life, because my dad is in the military, I've moved around a lot. I never made race a really big deal in my life, and anytime people were asking me about little friends that I had growing up, I just said, oh yeah, the one in the orange shorts, or the one with their hair in a pink scrunchie. Never about race. Then we moved around and we got our first set of dogs, and I really loved them. They're really cute. This, I didn't realize it at the time, but was a really good way of showing just how well off my family was to other families who necessarily didn't have dogs. Then, as I got older, I got my first ever boyfriend. This was a huge change in my life. This was brand stinking new, and I felt like I was, that girl. I'm so sorry about this picture, but this was the first time I learned about the Holocaust. We went to the Holocaust Museum in Oklahoma, and I couldn't quite fathom why a specific type of person and, a specific group of people were being targeted. It just never made sense to me. I even thought at the time that Hitler cared too much about other people. He cared too much at the fact that other people were existing in a way he didn't agree with. I thought he cared too much. And this was the first girl that I had ever had a crush on. Her name is Caitlin. And, this was really taboo at the time. I didn't know a lot of gay people, and all the gay people I knew were gay boys. So I had never really known about, lesbian people, lesbian women, and it felt really weird having a crush on her, because nobody else had crushes on women. Then COVID hit. This was crazy for everybody. It was like puberty 2.0, because everybody got a nice fresh reset, but we didn't know when we were going to be going back to school. It changed a lot of things for a lot of people developmentally, especially me, because I was in high school when this happened, and I was only halfway done. Then we moved to Germany, and I really decided that I was going to explore that lesbian side of myself. I'm not lesbian, but I decided to explore it, and went with a very mask, butch look for myself. And as I progressed throughout high school, this is my senior prom, actually, and there is my date. Her name was Erica, and I'm not going to say we were busting down walls or nothing, but we were the first lesbian couple there. Then I graduated high school. That was big. I finished high school. Everybody in my family has finished high school. It wasn't a super big achievement that, everybody was like, wow, we're so proud of you for being, the first in your family to graduate. That was not the deal. I had just graduated high school. Here, right after high school, my family and I started to go travel to other countries. We had gone to Greece, and here we learned a lot about their culture. They are very close to family, and everything there was handmade, handcrafted, and really had that sense of closeness and they were just really close. I don't know how else to explain it. Oh, then here's another country we went to. We went to Croatia. They also have a very different, set of social norms over there. People don't really make eye contact with strangers in other countries unless they're hiking, only when they're hiking. I thought that was really interesting. People over there are extremely fit. They're always hiking, they're always going out walking and exercising. Here we went to Poland. We also went to to visit Krakow, the museum, and why can I remember that one and not the other concentration camp? We went to visit concentration camps while we were in Poland, and I did not feel comfortable taking any photos there because it felt disrespectful to everybody who had tragically been kept there and murdered. But here is some Polish pottery that we did buy. Then I went to Italy, and this was one of the last places I had been to before we moved back to the United States from Germany, in front of the Gucci building. I learned a lot about the Italian culture, which I have started to emulate a lot in my day-to-day life now. They are very nude-friendly over in Europe, and that has desensitized me to nudity. So when, people walk around and they're like, oh, you're in your underwear, that has never really bothered me, family or not. Then we moved back to the United States, and I was going to start going to college on a big state college, K-State. And unfortunately, a couple months later, my dog had passed. This was the first time I had ever experienced loss directly. I was broken for months. I didn't know how I was going to get through it. Then we celebrated our first Christmas without her. And this was the first time my family and I decided that we're going to start our own traditions. And then I got a cat. This cat. His name is Lint. And he has been with me for about 8 months. And there was a picture there. Here is the picture. It's just a picture of me. Thumbs up. It's just where I'm at now. Thank you.